Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. Friends, tonight we have another special discourse delivered by the Buddha. This discourse is from Numerical Discourses of the Buddha, chapter 7. The name of the discourse is similar to those in water. For our easy understanding, our topic tonight is, what is your spiritual position in this society? What is your spiritual position in this society? Where are you as you are practicing? You to understand your own position. Suppose the world is underwater, inundated. The water is not the pure water. It's a muddy water, stinky, muddy, dirty water. What is this water? It is the defilement, various type of defilements, all over, flooded. There are different types of defilements. So in this water, there are people. There are 7 types of persons, as the Buddha said in this discourse, addressing the monks. The Buddha, first of all, pointed out the 7 persons in this society, in this water. Bhikkhus, addressing the monks, the Buddha said, bhikkhus. There are these 7 kinds of persons found in the world similar to those in water. What 7? One person has gone under once and remains under the water. That means there is a person in this society who jumps into the water, and he goes under, goes to the bottom, and he remains there. He never comes to the surface. Such a person is there in this society. Just like a person who jumps to the muddy water, murky, muddy, dirty water. He jumps, though never comes to the surface. Such a persons are there in this society. That's the first one. Second one, the one person has risen up and then goes under. The second one, who jumps to the water and he comes to the surface, and again he goes down, goes to the bottom. That's the second person. Then the third person. The person has risen to the surface and stays there. He jumps to the water, he comes to the surface, and he remains there, remains on surface of water. He does not go in, he just remains there, stays there. Third person. The fourth one. One person has risen to the surface, sees clearly, and looks around. He's the person who jumps to the water and then comes to the surface and he looks around. He seeks something. He wants to see something. He is a seeker. Seeker sees clearly around. He wants to find something. Looks around. That's the fourth person. And the fifth one, the one person has risen to the surface and reached an island. As he is seeking the earlier one, as he was seeking, he finds a way. He found a place. Therefore, he sees the island. Having seen the island, he reaches there. And that's the one, the fifth one. He reaches the island. Then the sixth one. One person has risen to the surface and gained a firm foothold on the island. Now, sixth type of persons who finds a place, the island, and he goes to the island. He stays there, find a foothold. Then the seventh one, the last one. The one person has risen, crossed over, and gone beyond the island. Is a noble one who stands on high ground. As he has gone beyond the island, he has gone to the land. Those are the seven persons in this society, in this flood, in this mass of water. Now let's understand who these are one by one. As the Buddha explains, and how bhikkhus is a person, one who has gone under once and remains under. Here, some person possesses exclusively black, unwholesome qualities. In this way, a person has gone underwater once and remains under. Who is this person? Friends, you know, in this society, there are people, they are doing all sort of bad activities. They are breaking their precepts. No precepts at all. They kill beings. They steal, commit sexual misconduct, false speech, and take intoxicants, drugs, liquor, and they are doing all sort of bad deeds. They break 5 precepts. And then, not only that, they break 10 kinds of wholesome activities. What are the 10 kinds of wholesome activities? Refraining from killing, refraining from stealing, refraining from sexual misconduct, refraining from false speech, refraining from malicious speech, malicious talk, refraining from harsh speech, refraining from frivolous talk, refraining from covetousness, refraining from ill will, refraining from false wrong view. Those are called 10 wholesome. If you refrain, but there are people, they break this 10 wholesome, dasa kusala. You know, as we all have these 3 modes of actions. 3 modes of actions: bodily actions, verbal actions, and mental actions. These are what you call 10 wholesome or unwholesome. So there are people, such people are breaking all these and they are doing all sort of bad deeds. That is why they are just like the person who jumps to the water and go to the bottom and never come out. Such persons are there. So when I explain this, you can understand your position, your own position, where you are, what are you doing. Okay, that's the first type of persons. Then let's go to the second one. As the Buddha said, the second one, and how is a person one who has risen up and then goes down, goes under? He comes to the surface and then goes down again. Here some person has risen thinking good is faith in cultivating wholesome qualities, cultivating good is faith in wholesome qualities. Good is a sense of moral shame in cultivating wholesome qualities. Good is moral dread in cultivating wholesome qualities. Good is energy in cultivating wholesome qualities. Good is wisdom in cultivating wholesome qualities. Those are things to be cultivated, to be developed. However, his faith does not become stable or grow, but rather diminishes. His sense of moral shame, moral dread, energy, wisdom does not become stable or grow, but rather diminishes. In this way, a person has risen up and then goes under. Let's understand this little further. The Buddha pointed out 5 different qualities here. What are the 5 qualities? Faith. Faith means here the conviction or confidence, trust. This is not blind faith. In Buddhism, no place for blind faith. Instead, we have to develop conviction, confidence. We trust the Buddha. We trust the Dhamma. We trust the Sangha. That is the way to put our confidence in the Buddha, in the Dhamma, and in the Sangha. Not mere faith. Then the second one is sense of moral shame. Friends, moral shame and moral dread, these are called guardians of the world. Guardians of the world. That means these two are indispensable qualities. These are very much needed qualities for the betterment, for the well-being of a society. Moral shame, moral dread. Shame, one has to be ashamed of doing unwholesome deeds. One has to be ashamed of shame and fear. One has to be dread of doing bad deeds. That is why these qualities are to be developed. And good is in energy. The fourth one is energy. Confidence or faith, shame, dread, energy, and wisdom. These five are called the qualities of the trainees. Five powers of trainees. Who are trainees? The stream enterers, once-returners, non-returners. They are called trainees because they are undergoing the training in Sasana. The enlightened ones are called those who have developed, who have completed their training. In Pali, two terms are given as Sekha and Asekha. Sekha means trainees, those who are undergoing the training. Sekha. And the adept. Adept means those who have completed the training. Asekha. So this person, he has faith, he has confidence, shame, moral shame, dread, he has energy and wisdom, means he is doing good deeds. But later on, he stopped doing such things. That is why he has to go down again. That is the second person. Third person. Buddha says, and how is a person, one who has risen and stays up on the surface? That person comes to the surface and he does not go down but simply remain. He remains on the surface. Here some person has risen thinking good is faith in cultivating wholesome qualities. Good is wisdom in those five qualities. He thinks that these are good. But his faith, his confidence, his five qualities, shame, moral dread, energy and wisdom, all these, he has this first, but later his faith neither diminishes nor grows. That is like, there are people, they say that they don't do anything wrong. Therefore, they don't want to do anything good. Since they don't do anything bad, they say that they don't want to do good as well. They don't want to give dana. They don't want to observe sila. They don't want to practice meditation. Dana, Sila, Bhavana, nothing. They don't do anything. Why? If questioned, they say, we don't do anything wrong. Neither they are doing good, nor they are doing bad. That is why they are just like the persons who comes to the surface and just remain. Just remain. Those are the third kinds of persons. There are such persons in this society. Therefore they say, then argue, they argue, not only remain silent, not remaining doing anything good or bad, neither good nor bad, but they criticize, they argue. What is the point of, they say, what is the point of doing such things? What is the point of practice generosity, practice charity? What is the point of observe sila, morality? Why meditate? Like that, they criticize. As the result, they simply remains on the surface, on water, muddy water. They have no way to go. They don't want to seek, they don't want to find the Dhamma. They never find the Dhamma. They never get the benefit of Dhamma. Though they were born as humans, they never get Dhamma. Okay, the fourth person. And how is a person, one who has risen up, sees clearly and looks around? Here some person has risen up thinking good is faith in cultivating wholesome qualities, and then good is moral shame, good is moral dread, and good is energy, and good is wisdom. Cultivating these qualities, 5 qualities. These are the 5 qualities to be cultivated, to be developed by oneself. Now, as he is a seeker, he wants to find a place. He wants to find a way to understand the Dhamma. That is why he is seeking, he is looking around here, there, where. He wants to find a place. As such, he finds a place. But it's not a permanent place. It is an island in the water, in that sort of mass, that ocean, in the ocean. He finds an island. It's a temporary place. Who is that person? The person who finds a place and practice. As he is on the surface, he is practicing, and as the result, he can find the place. But still he has not reached the place. With the utter destruction of 3 fetters, this person is a stream enterer. He can, as a result of seeing, as a result of practicing, he can destroy 3 fetters. What are the 3 fetters? Personality belief, doubt, and clinging to rites and rituals. These are called fetters. First 3 fetters. All beings are bound to this samsara with 10 fetters. Of the 10 fetters, the one who has cut off the first 3 fetters is called stream enterer. So as the result of seeking he finds the Dhamma. As such, he is able to understand the Dhamma. He can understand the Dhamma. Real Dhamma. Understanding Dhamma means the real Dhamma is to be understood. What is the real Dhamma? That is called Saddhamma. Saddhamma is not the counterfeit Dhamma. Not the counterfeit Dhamma, not the later works. What the Buddha really taught. If you know that, only then you can understand what is to be done. Then you start to practice, and as the result you can cut off the first three fetters: personality belief, identity belief, then doubts. There are 24 types of doubts. You can destroy them all. And then there are different types of rites and rituals. You know, these rites and rituals are, you think observing Sila, you can attain enlightenment. You believe that Sila is important for you. Not for you, I mean, the one who thinks that Sila is the most important thing. Doing sort of puja, simple puja, or big puja is the way to attain enlightenment. Such persons, doing such rituals, one day you can understand these are not the right way. Then you can cut it off. In such a way, if you can cut off these three fetters, you can enter the path, enter the stream as a stream enterer. As such, no longer subject to rebirth in the lower world. As the result, if you can cut off the first three fetters, you will never be born in hell's lower world. His destiny is fixed destiny. He will definitely become an enlightened one. He is free from hell's, free from hungry ghost realm, free from animal realm, definitely heading for enlightenment. That is the nature of the person who has entered the stream as a stream enterer, Sotapanna. Now the fifth one. Stream enterer, I want to add a little bit more to understand this state of stream enterer. In order to become a stream enterer, what is to be done? One has to, first of all, one has to associate with the right person, true men, true person. True persons means Satpurusa, Kalyana Mitta. Kalyana Mitta or Satpurusa means the one who helps you to understand the Dhamma. Real Dhamma. Real Dhamma of the Buddha. This Dhamma is rare. This Dhamma is rare. So the one who shows you, one who shares with you, that Dhamma is your Kalyana Mitta, your true person, Satpurusa. That is the first quality to be understood, you have to have 4 different qualities to attain enlightenment, attain this stage called stream enterer. First one is association with the true person, Kalyana Mitta or Satpurusha. Satpurusha Sanchevo. Second one, listening to the Dhamma, real Dhamma, Saddhamma. Saddhamma Savane. Savana means listening. You have to listen, you have to learn, you have to understand the Saddhamma, what the Buddha really taught. To understand that. That is the second quality to be developed, to be achieved by oneself for the attainment of this stage, to become a stream enterer. The third one, Yoniso Manasikara, wise attention. When you listen to the Dhamma, you have to give your full attention. That is called wise attention. Wise attention is to be given to understand the causes and effects, real nature of things. Understand things as they really are. That is what is called Yoniso Manasikara. Then the fourth quality is Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatti. You have to do it again and again. Dhamma Anudhamma. You have to do it again and again. You have to live in accordance with the Dhamma. What is that? That is to practice the same thing again and again. Observing, understanding the Dhamma again and again in the 6 sense bases. What are the Dhamma to be understood in these 6 sense bases? 5 aggregates, 4 noble truths, dependent origination, 3 characteristics of existence. These are the things to be understood again and again, practice again and again. That is what is called Dhammanudhamma Patipatti. Friends, those are the 4 qualities to be developed for the entering of the path as a stream enterer, to become a Sotapanna. Now let's come to the fifth person, as the Buddha says. And how is a person one who has risen up and is reaching the island? He is reaching the island. Not yet come to the island, but reaching. Who is this? Here some person has risen thinking good is faith in cultivating wholesome qualities, and good is moral shame, moral dread, and energy and wisdom. 5 qualities. He accepts this as good things. And as he is practicing, as he has cut off the first 3 fetters, with the utter destruction of 3 fetters and with the diminution of greed, hatred and delusion. Those are the qualities that he can. He has cut off the first 3 fetters. The one who has cut off the first 3 fetters, then he has 2 more to be attenuated, to be weakened, to be diminished. What are the 3? Greed, hatred and delusion. once you attenuate this, diminish this, you can become a person who is called once returner. This person is a once returner who, after coming back to this human world only one more time, that is why he is called once returner. He returns only one. The stream enterer, he might come 7 times maximum. Once returner. Stream enterer. Stream enterer can come back to this world maximum 7 times. Once returner means this person, the Sakadagami, only one time returns one returner, who after coming back to this human world only one more time will make an end of suffering. It is in this way that a person has risen and is approaching the island. Okay, the 6th person. And how is a person, one who has risen up, attain a firm foothold? Here some person has risen thinking, good is faith, good is moral shame, good is moral dread, good is developing energy, good is developing, cultivating wisdom. Thinking in such a way he is practicing. As the result, with the utter destruction of the 5 lower fetters, that means 10 fetters are divided into 2, 5 lower fetters and 5 high fetters. Of the 10, 5 lower fetters are completely destroyed by this person. That is why it is said, with the utter destruction of the 5 lower fetters, he is of spontaneous birth. Spontaneous means without parents' union. Spontaneously. Manifesting, that is what is called manifesting. Spontaneously birth. And due to attain final Nibbana there, without returning from that world. That is what is called pure abodes. Once the one who has cut off 5 lower fetters will be born in the pure abode, Suddha Vasa, from where you don't want to return. You can finish your samsaric journey over there. That is why he is called non-returner. It is in this way that a person has risen and gained a firm foothold on the island. That is not the land. It is an island. It is a safer place, but your journey is not finished. Journey is not yet finished. Okay. 7th person. And how is a person, one who has risen, crossed over, and gone beyond a Brahmin, noble one, who stands on high ground? Here some person has risen thinking good is faith in cultivating wholesome qualities, good is a sense of moral shame in cultivating wholesome qualities, good is moral dread in cultivating wholesome qualities, good is energy in cultivating wholesome qualities, good is wisdom in cultivating wholesome qualities. He accepts these five qualities and as practicing with the destruction of the taints he has realized for himself with direct knowledge in this very life, the taintless liberation of mind, liberation by wisdom, and having entered upon it, he dwells in it. That means the Arahant, the enlightened one. He is the one who has crossed over and gone beyond, gone to the land. He is free as he has cut off all taints. He has realized he has come to the end of his samsaric journey. He is the liberated one. So these are the 7 persons. He has cut off 3 types of taints. There are 3 types of taints. Taints of sensuality, taints of existence, and taints of ignorance. He has cut off these 3 types of taints. Friends, taints are the most subtlest form of defilements. These are the defilements to go at last. Once you cut off these taints, you can become a taintless person, taints-free person. Taints-free is called Khina Sava, is the Arahant, the enlightened one. Let's understand the qualities of the enlightened one. There are some stanzas given from the Dhammapada. The qualities of the enlightened ones. The fever of passion exists not for him who has completed the journey, who is sorrowless and wholly set free, and has broken all ties. Those are the qualities of the enlightened one. There is no more worldly existence for the wise one, who, like the earth, resents nothing, who is as firm as deeply grounded pillar and as pure as a deep lake which is free from mud. Another stanza. Calm is his thought, calm his speech, and calm his deed, who truly, knowing his wholly freed, perfectly tranquil and wise. Another one. Inspirants are the forest in which worldliness find no pleasure. They are the passionless will rejoice, for they seek no sensual pleasures. He who clings to nothing of the past, present, and future, who has no attachment and holds on to nothing. He holds on to nothing. Him do I call a noble one, the Arahant. So friends, these are the qualities of the Arahants. And according to this sutta, it is clear different stages, different positions of different persons in this society. So you can understand where you are, what is to be done more. You can understand how far more to go. With that, we can arouse energy, more and more energy, and practice more and more, understand more and more the real teachings of the Buddha and practice, so that we can experience this Dhamma here in this very world. We can realize this Dhamma here in this very world. That is the teaching of the Buddha. Let's all understand this wonderful teachings of the Buddha and practice this Dhamma, so that we can experience this wonderful teaching, experience this highest bliss of Nibbana. May we all attain that supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We have a couple of minutes to your questions, if you have any question. Anybody wants to ask any question?
So Bhante, regarding the Seka and the Aseka, the trainee and the non-trainee.
Yeah.
Is that an order that you have to go through, or can somebody skip a step? Like, you have to be the stream enterer first, and then can a person skip the stream entering and then go straight to one's return?
No, you have to go through the procedure. Once you become a stream enterer, then you have to cut off the next two fetters. Without cutting off the next two fetters, you cannot complete the 5 fetters. Only when you cut off the first 5 fetters, which are called 5 lower fetters, only then you get the chance to be born in that particular realm called pure abode, from where you never return.
Why can a person cut off the fetters?
Cut off?
Cut off the 10 fetters are you saying that the 10 fetters, the first three have to be cut off, then the last 5 can be cut off? We can't cut off the 10 fetters at once?
No, you don't want to cut off all 10 fetters, because if you have no fetters, you don't want to cut off. Suppose if you have not developed jhana, material jhana, if you develop material jhana, you cling to your jhana. That is a fetter. If you have developed immaterial jhana, that is also a fetter. For those who have not developed this jhana, they have no such fetters.
Oh, right.
If you are born in that particular realm called pure abode, then you don't want to come back. Means you can uh, finish your samsaric journey over there. For those who have not born there, as you develop, as you have developed, as you have cut off the first 5 fetters, then you can finish your samsaric journey here as an enlightened one. If you die, only then you will be born there. If you don't die, you will have to finish. You will get a chance to finish it here, as you then become an arahant,
Oh, I see.
enlightened one here. Enlightenment is here, nowhere else, except that particular realm. Okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Bhante.
Right. Thank you very much.
I have one question. Maybe I missed something. Didn't you say that there was 7?
What is that?
7 levels. So can you summarize the 7 again? The bottom and then
7 are those who are doing all sort of bad deeds.
yeah.
That's the first. And the one who is doing good deeds first, and then he stopped doing good deeds, and he remains silent. As such, he is going down, and he is coming to the surface and going down. That is the second one.
Right.
The third one is one who is doing neither good nor bad. That is why he is coming to the surface and remains on surface. Right?
Yeah.
Third. Then the fourth one is the one who comes to the surface and seeks to fail place. He wants to look around, and he finds a place. He looks around. Simply he looks around. That's the fourth one. And the one who reaches to the island, he finds a place, he reaches there. Is the sixth. Is the fifth one. The sixth one is the one who goes to the island and remains there, stays in the island. Sixth one. Seventh one is the one who has crossed over and gone beyond to the land. Understand?
Yeah. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, thank you very much for everybody. Let's find out. As we all got together, we observe precepts and respected the triple gem, and we practice meditation and listen to this Dhamma talk. By doing all these good deeds, we acquire a great deal of merit. We share this merit with our dearly departed relatives. May all our dearly departed relatives rejoice this merit. May all devas rejoice this merit. By the power of all this merit, may we all attain perpetual bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Everyone, sir.
Teruvan Saranai.
All.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.